Hey, so we have sound, yes, we have picture, light, we have our vatos in the house, yes. Oh, holy ones. Oh, there's my windows again. Let me close that stuff. Deja vu, right? Haha, Kaya. Thank you for being here, Holy Ones, as we talk about this interesting topic about these fallen ones. That's what the Guardians call them, fallen ones. These fallen ones, the fallen angels, these are beings that were once God, or, well, it's all God, but once good, I meant, serving light. Let's say light, okay? Serving light. So these beings were once light. And then they, with their own free will, they decided to use that free will to go against the original intention of God. Okay? So we have the original universal principle, the law of one. This means all are one. All are God. So part of God that was following this principle fell, said, no, I changed my mind. That part of God has fallen, and now it has created a spiritual war inside of our 15-dimensional time matrix. That's where the kingdoms of heaven are. Realize there's many levels of heaven, of this matrix, of this unified field of God. And you guys are going to be learning about the fallen ones. That's tonight's topic, so please stay tuned. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight, and you're going to get a totally different, you would say, point of view than what you're usually used to from like religion, the Bible, all that. So we embrace all of that, okay? Whatever your beliefs are, we believe all are God, so all in those different levels of itself are experimenting mistakes, we could say, from one point of view. But there is no right or wrong in God. If all are God, that means what we consider dark or light. Okay, serving God or not, against God, like a fight against itself. Well, we choose the light. So this is our point of view from the light. Now, if you're serving darkness, you would have a different point of view. And now that's okay, because in the law of one, like I said earlier, we respect all of your beliefs. Okay, so some of the things that we'll be talking about tonight might stretch your beliefs, but hello, please hear it out, because this is a different point of view that you probably never considered before, and check it. See what you resonate with, Holy One, because that is what's important about tonight. Because we talk about fallen angels from a spiritual energy point of view, a frequency point of view. And so these beings, angels, whether they're good or bad, are coming from much higher level than our level of reality. Okay, out of this multi-level, we call multi-dimensional. Many levels means many different frequencies of God, many different vibrations of God. And each one, notice how level 2 has 2 and 1 within it. Level 3 has 3 and 2 and 1. Level 4 has 4, 3, 2 and 1. Level 5, you see what I'm saying? So 12 has all 11 and down in itself. So when you get the higher strand, if you go for the higher strand, you're going to be receiving the rest of them, because the 12th strand has all of them. So we connect to the 12D. That's important. This is a pure white light. Literally. This is Christ, 12th dimensional energy at the 12th. It's called Christos. The 12D stands for dimension, the 12th dimensional Christos avatar. Christ. They call it Christos. Christ. Christos. Okay? Now you understand, all along I've been serving Christ. My name, Christos, is the original word for Christ. And so we are calling it in English, Christ avatars. We are Christ avatars returning to earth. So we would be called Christ, and these fallen beings would be called anti-Christ against the 12th dimensional Christ beings. Okay? Now we'll explain Satan and Lucifer, because they are two different entities. We'll call it that for now. They're two different entities, not the same. Not a different name, not a nickname. They're both separate entities, for sure. So now, let me say hello to everyone. This is live, and I thank you guys for joining my live. This is going to be interesting. So you have incentive to stick around. What's up? Yeah. Machiwa. See what vatos are in the house. We call them spiritual G's, Holmes. What's up? We have Triumph. Trademark CR. Greetings, Holy One. Machiwa. Gee. Barefoot Sun Gazer. What's up? Hello, family. Love from Triumph. Connor Sides Bowen. Machiwa. Wow. Pittsburgh. You have like these, what do you call those little, on a map, tack. You probably have a tack all over the place. That's awesome, man. Wishing you safety, protection, blessings on your journey, brother, and your family and friends or company. Peace to all of you. Makiwa. Solar Logos. If the light bearer would speak, guess what he would say as the morning star? I'm pretty sure he would say, I am the light. Duh. Yeah, what's up, Solar? Thanks for chiming in. In time's in the house. Hey, everybody. Shine, haze, friends. Reptilian tongue there. Lots of laughs. Oh, shit. I have to explain my tongue. I'm part of the Blue Pea Club. Remember, this is actually a perfect opportunity, right? We have this detox thing going on, and we're offering it to you guys. All you have to do is go to the link in the description, get that coupon, so you get 10% off of this detox, a 30-day detox. What's up? This is representing Ariana and Jonah. So this is our vatos. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it. And I personally, I'm on day number 8. Okay, and I just took my blue drops. And I'm like, oh man, this is gonna make my tongue blue. Okay, I knew it was gonna happen. Sorry. Almacitas. But you brought up the reptilians. The reptilians are the ones that are, you would say, representing Satan. And it's actually coming from a family, an Anunnaki reptilian family, because it's a hybrid called Satan. So Satan is a family of. I believe this is Marduk. Anunnaki, because there's 3 different ones. There's actually 4. There's the original Anunnaki, the Jehovanians, and then the ones that are all hybrids between Anu and Draconian. So Anunnaki and Draconian. So they're called Anu Draco. That's what I call them, Anu Draco. Half and half, right? And those are different parts. Like the Inky is part gray, part insectoid. You know, part insectoid and part reptile. So you got the weird looking things like the gray aliens and serpents. So this is inky dude. Okay, now you have the reptilians, the Omicrons, and the Anunnaki mixed. That's a badass. So we have it's like the Draconians have different races, like a bird race, a reptile race, but these are all representing, and also mantids. Okay, so you could have mixtures like a reptile bird, reptile avian. That would be an Odedicron. So there's Omicron, dragon moths. That's where the reptiles are coming out of. And then the Odedicron, well, you get some of the reptiles with a bird, which is called Ceres. So you got Omicron and Ceres coming together to make like a gargoyle or an Azraelite. You know, Azrael is another angel. Now, when we talk about fallen angels like Lucifer, okay, we'll explain that in a moment, and Satan, realize we're talking about extraterrestrial races, different ones. Okay, you hear about in the Bible just about angels and fallen angels. Well, hello. You forgot the part that they're aliens in other dimensions of reality. You see, the Bible is 1,700 pages long. God didn't fit everything in that book. There's more to God, like aliens and dimensions of reality. You know, do you think God could teach? Well, I'm trying to paraphrase this to make it sound, you know, more broad here. You guys realize that we have a different definition for God, okay? And that's part of what these beings are representing. These fallen angels are actually representing different races. There's one fallen angelic race is called Jehovian. They're the Jehovian Anunnaki. Right? So that's one fallen angelic race. Then we have another fallen angelic race between the Reptilians. These are fallen Omicron. Well, the Omicron are fallen. They just fell, dude. They didn't care about the Guardians anymore. So they started becoming conquerors and having dominion across their dimension and lower dimensions. So they fell and started. So these beings are called fallen angelics. Now there's something we'll explain as well called phantom matrix, because we have the particle universe and actually the parallel universe, which is kind of like a doppelganger. It is a doppelganger. So you have yourself and your other self doing the same thing. Like, not exactly, I mean, you're ascending and your other part is ascending. You actually have to ascend together. So if you might be slowing one or the other down, or both in momentum going up. You need to go up, holy ones, raise your frequency up, because these fallen beings are doing the opposite. They're falling. They don't know, they don't care, they're here and being their wicked self. That's what these fallen beings are about, hatred. They're about vampirism. I mean, hardcore, dude. That's where vampires come out of, is these fallen angelic extraterrestrial races. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying you don't want to just think of them as, oh, there's these spiritual beings. Start understanding, okay, yeah, you can say they're spiritual because they're in another dimension of reality, but they're still physical in their world. They're physical to themselves. So these aliens are angels or fallen angels. They're aliens in higher dimensions of reality. You can't get to another dimension. I mean, the only way to get through a dimension is a Stargate. That's it. You can't get to another dimension without a Stargate. So, you could take that Stargate, you could take that Stargate, or that one. Because you could probably have to go around. And right now, our people are coming through, starseeds, indigo children. We're coming through first Sirius. We come through Sirius B in Stargate 6. SG6, baby. That's where we're coming from. We're not coming directly through. We're coming around. Shikas Matutas. So, it's these fallen angels, these angels, because we kind of like say, hey, the good ones we call angels, the naughty ones we call fallen angels. You got to make it distinction before we continue on tonight. Beings that are following light and love, they're following universally. All advanced races and beings are following not religions, they're following a universal law, and that universal law is the law of one. Sounds simple, sounds basic, but it's not really. It means that it's the idea, it's the concept that all is our God. Okay? And Christos Avatar, we break that down in so many videos. Okay? It's now a misnomer. I mean, yeah, of course, yeah. Of course all of God. But still, no. We have billions of people who are still serving fallen angelic extraterrestrial races. Remember, when you say fallen angelic, remember it's an extraterrestrial, multidimensional. Okay, and the other concept we teach here at Christos Avatar is that we have this enzymes and probiotics. We have this it's like history, man. There's these beings, you know how they talk about it in the Bible in Genesis and stuff. Well, there's no year date. There's no star date. When is this? Anyways, the Guardians tell us it was 950 billion years ago that these races were created. What the F, right? All the original races, the blue flame races, which are the feline races, the hominids, represent all hominid beings and mammals, most mammals. That's coming from blue flame. From gold flame, we have bird beings. That's where birds come out of, bird beings, and then reptile beings. But you guys, there's not really an exact reptile. I mean, there's no race that's only reptile. What is reptile? A lizard? Snake. That's a reptile. So what is it? So there is a reptilian avian. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's a gargoyle Azrael type of thing. Then there's a reptilian dino, which is dinosaur. Reptilian dinosaur and insectoid. So it's a reptilian insectoid dinoid. So they're freaking called dragon moths, man. That's what the Omicron are. That's what this fallen angelic race. They are the reptilian dragon insectoids, to be more accurate, not just reptile. And these are the precursors. These are the forefathers of the Dracon, the dragons, which we're going to be talking about in this video, live video tonight too, because There are the fallen angelics that we're discussing. One of them. Because there's more than one extraterrestrial race. There's many of these fallen angels. You guys have seen my diagram, which is all kudos to Ashana Dean and the Guardian materials. The freedom, they're called the Freedom Teachings, aka Inner Christos teachings, where Christ is inside you, inner, not outside. This is a hologram. Nothing's really here. It's all here. It's all in you, being projected out. Check that out. If it's all being projected out of you, guess what? That means it's all inside your DNA, Vatos. We talk about that here on Christos Avatar. I talk about how your junk DNA, excuse me, it's a very important principle. Get 10 milliliters. Wait, I don't want to drop this. This is enzymes probiotics from courtesy of the Bolts. And if you guys want, this is part of my detox. It's got spirits. Jonah says it's okay for me to go 20 ml. Cheers, Bolts. Holy Ones, Ariana, Jonas, I love you. Holy Ones, thank you for coming into my life and into each other's. Peace to you, blessings to you, bounty, abundance. Machiwa, God didn't say we had to be poor, you guys. Where do you think that concept is coming from? Love. No, I mean, it's coming from the dark side. But I'm toasting to love. Love. Light. Machiwa. We'll talk about the darkness, but I'm cheering to light. My blue tongue. It's not bad. It's just so strongly tasty. Ooh. Machitas. Ooh. My whole chest is lighting up, dude. Oh, man. That does something to my aura. Ooh, baby. Whoa. That feels good. Yeah. I stick to not abusing it. I stick to my dose. Even though I could chug it. No. I have no idea what that would do, and I don't want to do that anyways. I would rather keep it tasting so like nectar from the gods. I bet you Jonah's gonna quote me, nectar from the gods. What's up, guys? I love you, man. What's up? Blessings to all of you coming in tonight to learn about the dark side. Defense against the dark arts. What's up, Harry Potter? Magi. Yeah. Magistrate? No, Magi. Abracadabra. Shikas. Something like that. No, realize the blue people. There's beings called Maharaji. They're blue people. They're coming out of the blue flame. So their skin tone is literally blue. Like, and then you have these beings, like this would be like the avatars. The feline race, the Lyrans, are blue. So I bet you if they could have made the Sphinx blue. Notice they wore blue. That was, the Egyptian women would have, and the jewels were inside the lapis lazuli. This is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli, of course, in those ancient days, this was for royalty, man. This stuff was super expensive, like precious metals or something, So poor people couldn't get crystals. So unless they found them themselves, right? So, which is not impossible. You guys can find your own crystals. You just gotta learn how to do it. But the Egyptians, hello, Blue Flame, what's up? So there's the time period for indigo children during that time. Okay, we were serving Law of One, okay, until the fallen angelics called the Jehovian Anunnaki. Remember, that's one of the races. These beings are connected to the violet flame and blue flame. So that's where some of the aquatic beings are coming from. I mention that because this race, Anu Elohim, they're called. And they were part of a race originally called the Anu. So the Anu were once serving Law of One. They were once Christed. Or actually, wait a second. No, you have to reach 12 strand. They weren't 12 strand. But this race is serving light, serving Law of One. Kai Chivastu. What happened is at the highest levels, one of the blue flame race, fallen angels, the Jehovians, and the it's so hard to imagine a bipedal dolphin. That's what these beings are. They're bipedal dolphin people. So they're upright dolphins. This is hard to keep a serious face. It's, you know, I will show you because this is the beings that we're messing with. They created a race called the Anunnaki. See, I made a mistake. It's the beings that they created that were bipedal dolphin people, which were the Anunnaki. So the Jehovians, the Anu Elohim, were the ones who created these race called they're an Avenger race. They're called Anunnaki, and Anunnaki means Avengers of Anu. Okay, so they're literally an Avenger. They're Avengers. So of this fallen dark race called the Omicron. They're the original badass of the fallen angelic seraphim races. That's the gold flame races. They were once holy as seraphi. Then the races that fell, because not all of them fell, the Ceres didn't fall. Only the Omicron, which are reptilian dino insectoids, nicknamed dragon moth, okay, the dragon moth. And then you have the reptilian avians called Odedicrons. So, and then you have a race called Ceres. So the Ceres didn't fall. And then you have another one called the Athean, which are mantid beings. And I know I have a connection to mantid. It's so weird, right? But I remember, well, to me it was so freaking awesome, was the being from Ender's Game. There's this insectoid being, and it was so beautiful to me. I had such a bizarre, weird, emotional feeling towards that being. Like, it looks frightening, but to me it was beautiful. It sounds weird, right? So anyways, you guys, I just want to make a disclaimer. Not all Anunnaki are bad. Not all reptilians are bad. There's benign ones, right? So we're not talking about the good ones right now. We're talking about the bad ones, who are the fallen angels. So this is where you get Lucifer from, Anunnaki. You get Satan from the reptilians. So the fallen seraphim races, which are generally reptilian type beings. But just remember, birds are inner, and mantid beings and gray aliens. They're called Zeta Reticuli. Zeta, or from Rigel, they're called Zeta Regalians. So we have larger grays called Zephylian, which are the highly evolved beings, but not good. It's the Athean, the highly evolved praying mantis beings. These are positive. So there's some positive beings, and they're trying to help the grays heal. But you guys, these beings are what we're calling fallen angels. When you hear about gray aliens, hello, that's a fallen angelic extraterrestrial alien being, multidimensional. They get here using stargates or portals. And so it's not like in the Bible where they were here, now they're not here, they're in heaven. Hello, the angels and fallen angels are here amongst you. Their souls incarnate into a human Anunnaki body, or soul, I mean. They have their soul in there. It's what you call a host matrix. I just had this trippy realization about Indigo 3s. So they have these fallen angels from the Anu side would be called because you have the Nephilim Anunnaki inside of you, and you're the Indigo child. Two souls in one. So there's a fallen angelic, and what my idea was, there's a war between you. One of them wants to win. Is the Anunnaki gonna win? The fallen angel? Or is the angel gonna win? Because that's what we're literally talking about, you guys. The Guardian teachings, the Freedom teachings, Oceana Dean teachings, they teach us, hello, they remind us, you are the Guardians too, so they're reminding us, that's all. They're not teaching us anything, they're just helping us remember. That there's two souls in one body. And this is actually an indigo spirit soul. Actually, higher than that. That is helping the Anunnaki soul come back. Because if you put an angel with a fallen angel, then the fallen angel benefits. It's given an extra strand of DNA. That's the point of your... It's an arrangement, you guys, between both parties. The fallen angel, Nephilim, mentioned in the Bible, but in a different context, of course. But this is thrown in there, and it's like signs of, Anunnaki signs, reptilian signs. Hello, they're calling cards. It's their calling cards. Reptiles and snakes. Didn't that ever trip you out? Now you find out reptiles and snakes are aliens. And not just aliens, but fallen angelic beings. Who don't have you in your best interests. And they will create all kinds of bait for you. Like the Galactic Federation being run by Jehovian Anunnaki, fallen angels. They will come to you as star brothers and sisters. And they will lead you into submission, into a subservience. You will be following the higher councils. Machiwa. So there's a lot of the Guardian teachings, the Freedom teachings teach us about this lie. This false creed. Okay? First you learn what is law of one, then you find out, oh, this is against the law of one. So we call this Christ, and this is against Christ, so it would be called Antichrist. Okay? So both these races want to claim that title. Oh, we're the ones who are Antichrist. No, we're the ones. See, Republican, Democrat. One's Reptilian, one's Anunnaki. What's up? It's two gangsters who want to be in power. And that's why there's all kinds of suspicion around voting. Not suspicion. So I don't go into the political, but realize there's fallen angels who are incarnating on your planet because there is an indigo child tree here. That's only how it's possible, but not really, because there's such thing as body snatching. I remember Ashiana explaining to me that, or explaining that we I lost my train of thought. But realize, guys, this started, actually, these races are from 950 billion years ago, but the falling, that they didn't fall until 250 billion years ago. So they freaking got along for 700 billion years, guys. Like the Reptilian, the Omicrons were peaceful. The Odedicrons were good. There was no darkness. It keeps going on in bliss. Imagine, there was no spiritual war at all. When some spiritual war happens way up at the 11th dimension, you better believe everything else is going to be part of that spiritual war. There is no spiritual war out in the 12th dimension and higher. So, what does that tell you about darkness? Okay? It's limited. It only goes up a certain point. In our 15th dimensional time matrix, so we're just talking about holograms when it comes at the end of the day. This is all just a hologram of God. Doesn't mean it's insignificant, because real things are happening, right? Consciousness is in we call virtual reality simulation. You hear Elon Musk talk about it. You hear other people talk about this. You know, have you seen The Matrix? I mean, we get this idea of simulation theory. Some type of, hey. Now, it isn't exactly like the movie The Matrix, but realize it is something called a holographic universe, where it is a projection of consciousness. And that consciousness is called an ascended master. It projects life at the top. Everything came from the top, you guys. At the top of the matrix. And fell. Fallen angels. You were always these angels. You just fell and forgot. Okay, because it's a little bit more complex than earth, heaven, and hell. Hello, there's many dimensions of and levels of heaven. many dimensions of body forms. You better believe if you can go from just dimension 1 to dimension 2, you go from subatomic existence. You're a little proton. You're an electron. You're a molecule. You're an atom. You know? Okay. Well, someday you go from that into, holy cow, a plant. You choose what plant you want to imagine. So you're a plant. That's better. That's an upgrade, isn't it? Yes. You're more complex. Your body's more complex. Excuse me. Your consciousness is more complex. And then the plant. It's not like we come from apes. You don't understand. Oh, well, some of you do. You go from this and then you transmute. There is no evolution. I mean, in that regard, there's a jump point. There is no. There's a leap. What I personally call metamorphosis. There is this ascension, this transformation. You call even a transfiguration. Okay? Now, the cool thing is, it can happen instantly. It's supposed to happen instantly. You know, either death or ascension, or spaceship abduction. You know, positive take, positive pickup. Oh, we call it evac. You know, positive evac. Evac as in evacuation by UFO, by fire in the sky, you know. Chariot in the sky, chariot of the gods, UFO, giant mothership. So, literally, it was these two gangsters. This became a fallen angelic war, but it's technically not exactly accurate. These beings are avatars, which is beyond angels, so, and archangels. So these beings, these avatars, are the ones who fell. So we have avatar and dark avatar. It's a level of consciousness, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And the 12th one being the Christos level, the Christed level, the Christ level. So we find through these freedom teachings that all humans have this in your junk DNA. And Ashkenaz's teachings, the Guardian's teachings, our teachings, is about transfigurating your DNA, because you'll leap in evolution. So we're trying to do that leap in one lifetime, not a course over many lifetimes. We're trying to do it now. This is to the time for ascension. This now. Because we already know that something happens to Earth. So we have to go. We know that there's a change over. There's a switch, an ascension process. Okay? Now that could involve UFO, evac, which is, you know, temporal technologies. They know how to go through gates. They port, it's natural to their star drives. So you're buffered inside the UFO, and you'll probably be put into a stasis or clone body. Realize there's a whole different science, whole different spirituality, like a much more evolved one in your next evolution. Because you're gonna go into a whole nother change, you guys. It's unbelievable. That's why we call it like heaven. But realize that's only the fourth dimension. Now, when we talk about these fallen beings still being here, you know, whatever the Bible says, but we're talking about from the Guardian material, the beings are incarnating into alien human hybrids. You know, so you have the fetus inside the womb of your mother, and then you have Indigo spirit who made a contract with your mother and your father before, ahead of time. So now you got permission up there in the now, in the future, but in the now. So you come, the future comes to the past by going and incarnating into the fetus. Now its piece of its soul has gone into the fetus of your mother, in your pregnancy. You're this little baby inside your mom, and you're indwelling that. You're inside of that. So you had your mother's DNA, your father's DNA, and you. There's 3 inside of your body. With an indigo coming in. That's why it's so serious. You have to get permission. You're a foreigner. We're foreigners. We got permission though. Hello, I got papers, I got documents, I'm an indigo child. What's up? Ayavastutas machichiwa. So these fallen ones, man, damn, they just want to wipe us out. They just want to wipe us out. Or domination. And also, mostly vampirism. And you know, also entertainment and stuff like that. You will be all these horrible things that will be your new reality. That's what happens to humans. That's printed in Voyagers 2. The future. The future of our planet, the future of our people gets taken over, man. So, that's why you want to ascend to 5D. Because if you go to 4D, you're going to be stuck in this tyranny until, you know, civilization in 5D is law of one. So, we're in the law of one there, holy ones. Christ is there. Christ is returning, though, back to earth as well. We made soul contracts. Now, this is a spiritual war. So, we also have the fallen ones coming in. So, you have different DNA on the planet Earth. And this has been going on for how long? How many generations can it be possible? I mean, what's the blood type of fallen angel? What's the blood type of an indigo child? Is it Rh negative? Hello, Vato Locos. What's up? We're talking about fallen angels, Lucifer and Satan. Anunnaki, Omicrons. Draconians. You can call them the Draconians. Chicas Machiwas. Got Starman. What's up, Starman? Oh, the chat just got bigger. Wait a second. Holy cow! Voyager! Ashalam, Voyagers. Machiwa. Welcome, brother. What's up? Joyful Jennifer. El Kabong. What's up? Blessings, Christina, my sister. What's up? Star Sister. Solar Locos. If the light bearer would speak, guess what he would say as the morning star? Oh, I think I read that already. Shine in the house. Yeah, that's right, your reptilian tongue comment. I took 20 drops before my live, so I'm like having to separate. What? Wait a second, I have to go to the bottom now. What? No way! Yes way! Patty Paparazzi, aka that's so hard for me. I keep V-dub guy YT. I think that's her. Thank you, sister. Much respect. She's a very awesome person. Thank you so much for your vibes and for all your positive comments. Much love, much respect for supporting Christos Avatar. And for being a member, by the way, right? Woohoo, Voyager! What's up, brother? You're Tammy, hey Tammy. But I am not RHA negative, but my mother was. That is why she had many miscarriages until I was able to finally come through, because their DNA can't handle high frequency. Yes, you guys, that's right. So we have that. That is very. That is happening. So, why do you think spiritually or energetically why miscarriages really happen? You know, you see the cause and effect, but what about the causal? What causes that on an energetic level? So, and since we just mentioned it, miscarriage, realize, according to Ashiana, okay, you have an abortion or a miscarriage? Wait, I think both, right? So they will be this consciousness will be stuck in your field. Whatever you did to the biomass, the consciousness is trapped. And she said it also traps the mother. I'm not trying to, you guys, attack your beliefs. That I'm just telling you what I usually do, which is the Christos point of view. Other times I'll say, hey, this is my personal point of view. But that's something that I heard. And so it would come out when you have a baby. Then that would come out. Dude, that's weird. Then it would be from a different father coming through. That I don't know. I'm like tripping. You would be totally different. Your husband would think you cheated on him because your baby looks totally different. Did you sleep with the milkman or something? You know, my chihuahua. I don't know where that came from. It just popped in my head. Maybe it's a reason. My chihuahua, vatos, what's up? Leo, what's up, Leo? Thanks for being here, Leo. Hope you're doing well. Gosh, you guys, there's so many of you. Yelly. Hi, Yelly. Some say Lucifer is a title or a cosmic position. You're right, some would say that. So, you guys, once again, let me show you this diagram because it's important to see when we talk about Lucifer and Satan, because then you're like, what are you talking about? And also realize we're talking about 11th and 10th dimension. It's not Earth. This concept is way beyond Earth. That's what I'm saying. It's in the higher worlds. You can call them the higher heavenly worlds. It's in the higher dimensions, and so Makiwa, Chicas Machiwa, Kiwa Sutas. So. Wait, let me see if I have this diagram open. Of course I don't. But this will help you understand Lucifer and Satan. I just have to open the diagram real quick. And by the way, you guys, I put a lot of effort to create the study guide for you. It's a diagram that I'm about to show you. You can take a screenshot of it if you want. But if you want the full diagram, you guys are welcome to become a member. And you can always cancel after the first month. It's not a big deal. And for $5, because this is so awesome, man. You can ask other people, or you can just see it for yourself. I'll show you right now. Makaya. I'm so happy. How are you guys? I hope you're happy. I'm happy. Yeah, sweetheart. Let's do this. Let's do this, man. Come on, open my diagram. Okay. We got it. So, we have God and made a matrix hologram system. Here's the matrix hologram system. It's a 15-dimensional matrix. So, consciousness comes from the top. Either the blue flame, the gold flame, or violet flame. All extraterrestrial races, including angels and whatever, are coming from one of these three. We call the three flames. Holy Elohai, blue flame. Seraphi, gold flame. And Brahmarama, violet flame. And when one of these beings fell, they're called Elohim. A fallen Elohim. When one of these beings fall, it's called seraphim. So when you hear people using, even in religion, they're using Elohim and seraphim. Hello, fallen angels. Now, most of this war is between the Anunnaki, who are coming from this blue flame, fallen angels, and then between the Draconians and the fallen gold flame. There isn't really drama coming from the Brahmarama, okay? It's mostly about these beings and the races. So, to the races, let's look at them. Let me make sure I switched over. Yeah, I did. This is the diagram I was telling you about. So the races I put down on the bottom part. So this is the 12th dimension, and that's what the blue flame created, the feline race. They look like the ones from the movie Avatar. And then there's a sister race, but it's in the lower dimension. It's in the 11th dimension, called the Anu. It's part cat, but not only. It's also something called aquatic ape, which is a violet flame race called Yoni. So that's really what an Anunnaki... See, remember, this is where the aquatic races come from. They come from the violet flame. You see bird races? Well, they come from the gold flame. So, angel obviously has some Ceres in it. And it has some Seraphi. It has some Seraphi in it. Okay? So this fallen angelic war is between fallen angels from the Elohai races and the Seraphai races. And this is the Reptilians, and this is the Anunnaki. So let's look at these races, man. So that Anu race, feline aquatic ape, can you imagine what that must have looked like? Well, it fell and went to war with the Omicron. Okay, so it's between these dragon moths, insectoid dino reptiles. Remember, dinosaurs aren't originating from... None of these things are. Your little birdies and stuff in your planet are not from Earth, dude. Earth is like way down here in the 3rd dimension. These beings are in the freaking 10th and 11th dimension. Dinosaurs, hello, are much higher than you. They came way before humans. Humans came way down here. This is where humans come from at our highest. I mean, we're 12 strand. But anyways, these beings are coming. Fallen races are coming from these levels before you were created. Remember, this was 950 billion years ago, and we see why when these time scales. Look, dang. They're going to be way in the future to us. So much more advanced. I mean, after all, that's density 4, right? So that's what's density 4? They're made of crystal liquid, hydroplasm, pre-matter, before matter. Okay, so that's what these fallen angels... Well, actually, fallen angels are over here in the phantom. You would say, here's these dimensions, right? Well, there's fallen versions from the 11th dimension over. So look across to the 11th dimension. Well, that's where fallen... That's why there's a spiritual war. These beings are in all these dimensions and overlaid or underlaid, connecting to wormholes to this reality. And there's parallel ones connecting to each other. Like the parallel universe has wormholes and doorways. You can get there, you can visit it, you can travel to it. You have parts of yourselves over there. That's why. It's in your DNA, vatos. You're a complex, mighty being. Alright? So the fallen angels, and we're getting to it, but this is where you would say that this race created the Anunnaki. So this is the powerful Anu. Used to be called Anu, right? So now they're the Anu Elohim, fallen Elohai. These are the first highest, well, not first because they fought each other. It was the Anu Elohim who attacked the Omicron. But these guys were just, gangsters too, just like them. This wasn't a fallen and angelic war, but they're actually, called avatars. These are the angel levels up to 9th dimension. These are the angel dimensions. Well, up here, they're no longer angels. They're no longer crystal body, but there's something more evolved called the crystal liquid body, hydroplasm. So you got to understand that this is a different version on this side because they're in reverse polarity. They have reverse consciousness. It makes them finite. That's why these beings have to get here somehow, some way, and they do. They're here, obviously, and siphon off of consciousness, off of life. It's literally vampirism, you guys. These beings, fallen ones, okay, this race, let's go back to the race, the Anu Elohim, destroyed Stargate 12. Okay? Because they were pissed off at the Guardians. They were pissed off at Christos. They were pissed off at Christ. Excuse my language, right? They were pissed off at the Christos. So they attacked Christos and sent from they used their 11D gate. Damn it, I didn't mean to, darn it, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. They used their 11th dimensional gate, Stargate, to run that current in reverse and blew Stargate 12. Okay, so this created this. Stargate 12 was destroyed, so now you're separated from it. That's the phantom side. We're on the living side, don't worry. But yeah, you can worry because we have problems with our DNA. You notice that if you have your heart chakra, you have 4 strands. See, here's 4. You will have these, everything after 4, you're going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, all these, they're in your junk DNA. You have to put them together through consciousness and usually done in lifetimes. So let me get the other diagram. You do it in lifetimes. You look from first dimension, you're going to live lifetimes. Male, female, twin flames. You're going to live these in dimension, from dimension 1 to dimension 2. You're going to live lifetimes. You're going to live, and that's, what are you doing here? You're collecting a piece of your DNA by living in that lifetime. You connected more of your strand to here throughout all these lifetimes. And this is just 4, right? But there's actually more than 4. This is just one soul. See? This is just one soul. You have actually 12 doing this, which would equal 144. This number is very interesting, 144. So you got 144 lifetimes when you take this times 12. Because you have 12 souls. Because you're actually an oversoul. Oh wait, wrong diagram. You're actually an oversoul. One oversoul will project 12 souls. Just like one soul projects 12 incarnates, like in this bigger inset. So this is part of your spiritual ascension as well. You're getting the DNA by living your lifetimes. But what we're doing is trying to get all of this code in one lifetime around here, around 2022. Whatever you have left, you're trying to do all of it in one lifetime. So that's why we're learning ascension mechanics, to accelerate. Otherwise, if you just go dun 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 dun, you're gonna have problems. My old diagram shows it. Let me show my other diagram, my older diagram. The Zeta and Dracos, they're waiting for you in the future. In the future, when you ascend, I'm not laughing. I'm just like, it's like crazy, right? It just sounds crazy. If you stay on this timeline, you go into slavery. You can find this information in Voyagers too. It's for free. You guys can find it for free. It's what's up. We don't even bother telling you about the books anymore. We just go find the free PDF. You'll find it. It's out there. Voyagers 2. And now the bridge zone is no longer an option for ascension. Sorry, but we have something called the Aurora, and this is something that's going like a different ascension plan, right? There's more than one. So these fallen angels are just, you would say, competing with each other. They don't like each other. I mean, they've been known from time to time to work together. Like they were once called the United Intruder Resistance. But, you know, it didn't last long, right? I think Ashiana said it was in 1992 or something like that. Something like that. It wasn't that long ago, where they broke the covenant with the Emerald Covenant. And that's the blue flame, you guys. That the Emerald, you guys might hear me say that, or you might hear it in the Guardian material. This is the Emerald Covenant, the Emerald Order, which has a covenant. This is the Gold Order and the Amethyst Order. And so the Emerald Covenant is a promise to all life. And this covenant, everybody had to agree. These races, these guardians had to agree. And they did. So this entire time matrix, this entire 15-dimensional time matrix, it is in agreement. There is an original intention. But those fallen angels, they said F you and your Emerald Covenant. We'll do whatever the F we want. And so did these insectoid dino reptiles, Dragomoths. They did the same thing. So they fought each other, and there was destruction done to Armentana and planet Avion. These beings came out of Avion. These beings came out of Vega, planet Vega. Eventually they would leave and go on to Orion's system. Same with the insectoids, the Greys. See, these are the forefathers of the Grey aliens. It's an insectoid reptilian serpent. That's what is Inky creates later, Inky Anunnaki, which the Egyptian god, not a god, Thoth is part of. The Inky Anunnaki. Well, the Zephylium made those beings. So I put that there's benign ones because of course there's benign ones, but for the most part, all these animal beings are high level, or higher than humans, man. You see hieroglyphs in Egyptians with beings with well, obviously human bodies with the animal head. We think that weird. I remember even when I was younger, I'm like, what the F is all that stupid animal head stuff? Well, you find out later it's a reference to higher evolved aliens. Because look, the bird beings come from the 10th dimension, okay, way up here. The dinos come from the 10th dimension. The mantid beings, but they're nice. But the avians are not nice. Avian reptilians, I mean. See, you got the avian Azrael, Dracon, dark archangels. Because this level, density 3, these are archangel levels. Archangel levels. They're way in the future. So you're going to have fallen archangels, as you can see. Zephylium, these are all considered fallen archangels, races, including the Dracon. They're fallen archangels. They kicked our ass on Gaia, man. They kicked our ass in parallel. They've kicked our ass in parallel. Okay, they've taken us over, man. And we know, where's this diagram? We know that they took us over. Here we are in this seating, right? Well, they took us over in previous seatings, man. And they're trying to take us over now. But look, they were trying to do it way back here in Atlantis. Way back in Atlantis, man. Lemuria, Atlantis, which went into ancient Egypt as well, by the way. That's where our starseed and the Aryans start coming in. So, yeah. So, the fallen angels are actually pretty freaking successful a lot of times. But we're bringing in the Guardian information. We're realizing that there's guardians here in this time cycle, in this drama, okay, and we need to ascend in this generation, in this life. So let me go back to the camera. I just wanted to introduce some of that information for you guys. And remember, this whole diagram, go ahead, take a screenshot if you want. This is for $5, and then you can zoom into it. Because if you take a screenshot, you're not going to be able to do this. It's clear. It's not blurry. And I just want you guys to know, if you're using a different device, it might show up blurry. That just means try a different device, or ask, or look for the link. There's a link, and then you can get it a clear quality. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me tonight, right? What's up? Where else would you be? Let me turn my camera on. Back on. I was trying to save battery, right? Yeah, baby. I want to show you my Malachi. We feeling good or what? Yeah. See my malachite? I love that color. Isn't that beautiful? I believe this is one of the pieces I got in Peru. I know I got some malachite when I was in Peru, and it was in a sacred valley in some like little village, man, like literally a village. I mean, it was such a cool adventure. I was high up in the Andes Mountains, and I was even above the clouds sometimes. So weird. So cool, man. I hope some of you get a chance to experience that. Let me push refresh. It doesn't look like it's updated. Just want to make sure. Thank you guys for being here about Lucifer and Satan and the fallen angels, the demons. And you know, demons is like some of these creatures we showed on the diagram. You know, I didn't show you the insets. I should have showed you the insets. I will. We'll go back to it. I just want to take a break and catch up with you guys. And Linda Love, Joyful Jennifer, Shannon, Psycho 23, I am Kevin, Nixel 90, Ali Mac, OMG, Shining Light, Sister, Alishka, Tammy, Sister. So happy to see you, sister. You guys behave. Especially members, guys. Come on. You guys have to make it through these shining lights. You know, these beacons of light. They're like looking. They're watching. They're seeing. What are you doing? Machiwa. Protecting our community. Hey, and if you guys ever have a problem, you can always email me and say you thought it was unfair. Eventually, I won't even be able to do that, but for now, I can do that. I just notice over time, as time goes by, my time becomes Machiwa. Ah, that's a shame. Sorry. Elliot James! You guys, does anyone know where is Marlene here? Or where is Marlene, you guys? I haven't seen her. I hope she's okay, right? Alright. So I'm so glad to have you guys here. Yeah, you guys, we just want a standard. We're not trying to censor people. We put the rules. I mean, we had to. we just want. It's not like rules. It's more like, hey, this is the guidelines. Come on, Vatos. We love each other. We're supposed to. It would be nice even if you guys were coming to talk about the information. It's not like some public, like, it's not something out there in social media where, hey, everyone, no, because that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, at least have a basic understanding of the freedom teachings. You guys know Ashiana's work a little bit? I know some of you guys are beginners, and we're just talking about in reference to the convos going on in Christos Avatar chat. Should be respectful and centered around the freedom teachings. And I was just trying to be like generous with the what do they call it? Like permissions or whatever it's called. Let you guys make links, but people would abuse the links. They would abuse and spam and then they would, it's like, dude, we don't want to be a nursery. You know? Okay, so we brainstormed and said, okay, here's some rules, guidelines. Oh, okay, you don't want to do that. Okay, it's like a club rules. That's not wrong or bad or censoring. We just want to be centered on the topic. So that's all. I just wanted to address it. I'm not pointing any fingers. I love all of you sincerely. Me and Shining Light are working our asses off, and all of you, Tammy, she's busy too. All of you guys are busy kicking ass. What's up? So we just we don't have time to keep dealing with that energy when there's a level of, hey, like, at least know some of the basics, and if anything, just know what is law of one. If you understood law of one, hey, there's not going to be any problems. We go in there with love. We're about love. That's the first rule, actually. To come from a space of love. It's not a rule, guys. They're guidelines. Okay, let me just rename it guidelines. Machiwa. Machiwa. Na 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 na. Machiwa. Na 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 na. Wait, what? You're saying sorry? Oh, I thought you were... Okay, you're cool. Everything's cool. Yeah, positive energy. And you guys, we're not perfect, we're like nobody's perfect. So we're all like inside of a lot of low vibes, right? Even in our neighborhoods, in our households, amongst family and friends and stuff. there's some type of dark energy. So realize we're infiltrated by it. It's all around us. There is darkness. You see signs of it. And it's not just, darkness can be appalling, can be horrific. That's, the more for them, the more horrific, the better. They call themselves Luciferian, man. They call themselves Satanists. They put in place gods to be worshipped. Is there one God? Yes. Is there some little creation saying, I am God? Yes, there is that too. That's what these beings are doing. They're taking their Luciferian, wicked, dark, fallen, antichristic, antichrist. They're against the light. Truly. It's not like they're disagree and go let you be. No. It's they are after you and coming for you. So you become guardians. There was creation of guardians because of them. Because of what these fallen angels have done to the guardians in the 11th dimension. And then according to Voyagers 2, the reptilians blew up or attacked Anunnaki's planet, Avion. So anyways, you get the reptilians going, or the fallen seraphim races go to Orion system. And the Anunnakis go to the Sirius system. So there's more than one star in Sirius. The guardians are coming out of Sirius B, and some of the dark ones are coming out of Sirius A. And it's these Jehovians. The Jehovians are coming out of Sirius A. The Jehovian Anunnaki. And so, there was a mixture. And the big thing I haven't mentioned yet, you guys, is planet Nibiru. Okay? Alien beings, fallen angels, live in a local planet called Nibiru. Now, there's another mystery, disclosure. There's 12 planets. Technically, one of them is the sun. They're calling one of these 12. But, so you would say 11 at least more, but we've only counted 9, including Pluto. Hello. So that would mean, well, okay, what are those other 2? Well, look at the missing planet in your asteroid belt. Those are pieces of a broken planet. There's one of them, 10. And then there's Nibiru. Nibiru is being manipulated. Its orbit is being manipulated. Okay, so they have actually manipulated Earth's grids as well, using technology. So, these fallen beings did this to us in Atlantis, man. We were immortal. Then we got mortalized. And so did all life, all animal life, all plant life, everything dies here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a decay here. There's something wrong here. And by the way, because of that, 2/3 of Earth's grids, sorry, my shoulder. 2/3 of Earth's grids have been reversed. Well, that shuts off half of your consciousness as you incarnate here, like lights off. There goes your memory. There goes your identity of who you were, your lifetime identities. Hello, you go to the Earth grid, dude. It's filtered out. You only get a portion of yourself, which is 1/3. And then with that 1/3, you get stuff in your food, air, and water, and your belief systems, your religions. And now you start taking that third and making it less and less and less. What the hell kind of consciousness is left in people? Right? After all that. You guys are less than, you know how they're saying you're only using 10%. Dude, it's less than that. Come on. Because you know it's definitely not 30%. Did you guys see Lucy? Human capacity at 10%. Well, how about 20%? Well, she went higher. And higher. And higher. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Lucy, dude. Not I Love Lucy. I love the movie called Lucy. Scarlett Johansson's one of my favorite actresses. She's awesome. I love her. And she was in another one of my favorite movies, which was the one where she was a clone with Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Yeah. That was a badass freaking movie. I love that movie. And I love her in Lucy, and then I love her in that one where she's like a super soldier, like a ultra soldier or something. She was something Shadow, or I don't know, I forgot, but she was badass in that movie, man. I love Scarlett Johansson. I'm not into the Marvel movies. I haven't watched them all. I mean, I am into them. I just haven't watched them all. And you'll see a lot of dark shit, man. I mean, you know, the Superman versus Batman one? They're showing Batman being attacked by demons and shit. Hello, aliens. Oh, now they're calling Superman an alien. You know, they started doing that in the new Superman movies. They didn't say that in the other movies. You didn't call him a... Well, I didn't mean to say alien. Well, it's like a god. Superhero. Like in Noah's days, that God wanted to destroy God. And yeah, they did do that. Excuse me. They used the flood to destroy stuff, man, intentionally. So, but there was actually 3 floods that got combined into one flood in the Bible. So we learn about that history. That's part of the Atlantean, Lemurian history. Dude, I don't know why, but the shoulder... But this is what's going on, guys. When we talk about fallen angels, we talk about aliens. And we talk about them being in other reality fields. They're in other dimensions of reality. And they come here and they... You would say, like you, some of you are indigo children, starseeds. You're here on Earth, your boots on the ground. But there's also guardians in UFOs out there, and in motherships, and in other planets and stuff. Hello. But our service is here on the ground. We're the boots on the ground. And so you can cooperate with those other guardians, what we call Guardian Alliance, not Galactic Federation. Hello. And so, and this important concept is that we're collectives in higher levels of reality. You're not just a single individual consciousness. You're a 12. Just like you saw in that diagram, you saw 12. That's your immediate soul family. 12 of you make you. You're complete you. You're 12 tribes, you're 12 pieces, you're 12 parts. Some of those are alien parts, honey. You're an alien of Earth. You realize you got alien DNA? You have the starseed DNA. I'll just show you that real quick. 12, you have 12, remember, 9 of them are in your junk DNA. But you have 12 chakra, 12 strands, because you have 12 races. Each strand is going to be another race, another incarnation. And remember, these are periods of time. You spent time in Lemuria. You spent time in Atlantis. Because you had to. You had to collect all these strands, substrands. Here's a substrand. There's a lifetime. There's a lifetime. There's another lifetime. You're getting the strand more and more. Get to about 6. There's about half the strand. There's a half strand. Okay? You're trying to complete the strand. Live more lives. Live more lives. Okay, you got your 12th strand. You got your 12 tribe. There's your 12 tribe. You live 12 lives. You got 12 pieces of the large piece. You got 12 subfrequencies of the frequency. You had to live in them. There's a male. There's a female. There's a male. There's a female. You keep living different genders. Male, female, male, female. I'm not talking about indigos and stuff. I'm just talking about, generally speaking, with the earth seeds. These are earth seeds. But that's only part of your DNA. The rest of it is alien. These are alien parts of your DNA. Or Antrian, Brenua, Nibiru, Melchizedeks, and Uniseti. Right now, the Melchizedeks are starting to come in. Hello. Like Ashiana Dean, like some of you. The Melchizedeks are coming in. It's technically Aryan and Nibiru, but we've moved on to getting help from Melchizedek. And then we have... so, I just wanted to say that real quick. Awesome. So... yeah, excuse me. As we talk about aliens and angels and fallen angels, the topic of DNA comes in. Because remember, I showed you the diagram, the phantom. They only have up to 11 strands. Well, guardians can have 12 or 24 or triple it, 36, quadruple it, 48. Okay, you can get more and more. They're capped. The phantom beings, the fallen angels, are capped at 11D. Unless they got in touch with a guardian, like a Indigo type 3, that has 24 strands. Okay, now that 24 strand, it's in your junk DNA, but is going to help this being go beyond 11 strand and become a 12 strand. That's why it takes 2 souls. You're repairing the DNA. Unless the Nephilim Anunnaki wins. Now, some of you are part of the Reptilian hybrids. We didn't talk about that, but realize that's always a possibility too. If you see a lot of dragons, like dark ones, you're part of the fallen seraphim. And some of you, I know on my channel, gravitate to that you like being one of those people. And that's fine. You're just got different principles. You just want to be like having fun at our Christos chat, because we wouldn't, hang around with that combos very much. We want to walk in a beautiful park and enjoy and have laughter and respect. That's what we're surrounding ourselves around. What are you surrounding yourself with, Holy One? Because one thing that is also important in this convoy is to mention, let me show something important real quick. This is the angelic creed. These guardian angelic nations. The bottom line is not creed, but it's the things that the guardians are using. But the fallen in creed is what religions are following. This is the Fallen Angel Creed. And then we talk about this exhaustively on this channel. You can tell the difference between the two systems. And you could check this for your relationships. Okay, is your mate like this, I hope? Or does your mate have qualities from here? Do you have qualities from here? So, this is just a little guide. Machiwa Makatas. Let me see what time it is. Oh, I was gonna get lit, but it's only a half hour. I guess I don't have to get lit, but I could get lit again for 30 minutes. That would be, well, no. That's a whole hour left. I got up to a whole hour left, guys. So if anyone wants to get lit, let's see some fire in chat. We'll definitely That's one theory, that Earth is the center of the universe. Well, that's just you know, a distortion from the Guardians. Earth is not the center of the universe. Earth, when you see the chart, remember, we're from only density 2. These beings like archangels and angels are beyond that. They're beyond these different levels of reality. You're also, as you evolve in the levels, your planet is evolved. Your planet is greater. So your question, why wouldn't you want it to be like that? Well, because this is a low level. When you look around the world and you see people worshiping an angry God, your God's angry. Your God's about fear. The God is about guilt. Puts you in shame. It's about subservience. It's a sexist God too, because it's a patriarchy. The male, pro-male, female, not so popular. Subservience, blind worship, hello, sacrifice. Hello, there's something wrong with this. And tonight's topic, that's what's tonight's topic. Those are Luciferian. That's a Luciferian script. That's Luciferian qualities. Okay? I forgot a very important one. Judgment. Because if the world was transmuted of judgment, we would have a whole nother world. So these beings are grasping our world, feeding you, suckling you with these traits. Okay, these concepts that are negative concepts. Did you see the difference in the concepts again? Did you see the concepts? You just are exemplifying the concept. You are straight up. It's a gift. Thank you. You are exemplifying this, Vato, perfectly. This is what 3D consciousness is. Now, you want 5D consciousness, hello. You also, what I should have put on here is detox. You want to go through a detox, check out the link in the bottom and tell them Davian sent you. There's your Christos discount code, Vatos. There you go, buddy. So we see when people come in and we see how they behave, and we are guardians, and we call BS. I'm sorry, honey. That's bullshit. Sorry. This is bullshit. This is a lie. This is a false creed. No, you don't put down women. Women are equal. Hello. Everything is equal. Machiwa. This is just as bad as hatred, man. This is disgusting. Okay? And if you hooked yourself to some device that would measure your energy, and you put that person connected to that measuring device and put them in fear, put them in guilt, man. Oh, put them in shame. Judge them. What do you think is going to happen to their health, to their frequency, their mood, their emotion? Hello, this is false creed. This is the fake God, the false Christ. This is real God, real Christ, love. You're not going to find judgment. You're not going to find fear. You're not going to find hate. That's these beings. Yeah, I didn't show you the inset. Here's the inset. Here's your God, Vato Loco. Here is your God. Here you go. They mess with you, and it's in the Egyptian Atlantis days. Hello, those fallen ones are the beginnings of the dark illuminated ones, beginnings of your Antria, the beginnings of all your ideas. Snake, reptile, vampires. Mokoya. So there's your Lucifer. It's an extraterrestrial from Nibiru, and your Satan is most likely coming out of Orion. Look at this wonderful being, a dragon queen. And people in the Galactic Federation are going to tell you, Inky's good. Inky's is guardian. Inky's bringing us back to what? Are you talking about Christ? I don't hear you talking about Christ, Vato. What's up? Why? Why are you not talking about Christ? Oh, because you are fake. You are lip service to it. This is this conversation. This is a Anunnaki, Nibirian, fallen angelic creed, and you are definitely preaching it, vatos. Preaching it out there, and you call them churches. What is it really? Okay. No, thank you to your surrogate gods. No, thank you. For your labels, for your, what do you call, when you go to, and they give you oh yeah, thank you for your diagnosis. No, not thank you. Shikasmato. The Savatos. It's a fallen angelic war, and billions of people have been duped. Just look at how many people are Catholic, how many people are Christian, how many people are Muslim, how many people. Look at add them up. Look how many people are following this dark, negative energies. That's their religion. It's like very, very important and sacred to them. It's their highest values to people. And look at their creeds. And then some even like to do suicide. You see, we even forget what is God. We forget what is Christ. And the Guardian's simply reminding. And you guys, hey, you resonate. You resonate or you don't. Okay, we can talk about these races, and we as guardians, we still love them, but we don't condone what they do. We're not going to walk their path and think their thoughts, have their beliefs, and they're not going to want to join ours, right? But we're not aggressive in attacking like they are. We are respecting people, loving people, not judging people. And then you see people troll the channel like normal and judge. This is their level of consciousness, homie. This is what we're dealing with as starseeds. And you can expect to be disappointed by people calling themselves spiritual. Okay? So we're just like gonna have a lot of confusion, because these beings like the Galactic Federation and Archangel Michael group and all these different groups that you think are good, they're actually just working you and working you and working you. You're chosen one for sure. Yeah, you're chosen. You're being chosen. So remember, that goes with expendable status, so they want to wipe off the planet with their precious chosen ones starting over. Once you did your part, honey, realize that when you're being taught reverse grid mechanics, people are running reverse code into the grid. So guardians, starseeds meaning to do good, are actually doing the opposite of what they believe they're doing. Running a reverse Merkaba? You following that Daisy of Death mechanics? There is a correct, you would say correct way for living life. Life runs a certain way. Living energy, living consciousness. Anti-life. Against life. Against the living. Okay? They are consuming you. Devouring you. Putting you in this low state. They want you in anger. They want you narcissist. They want you to be a psychopath. They want you to judge. They want you to be in fear and be in guilt and shame, man. Understand these fallen angels? Yet? You don't know and recognize their creed, and you call yourself light. Your light you feel by resonance, man. It's not opposing. It's not a lie. It's not a, trick. You either feel it or you don't, man. And the ones who are real and walk in the real will point it out to you. Okay? We know it's a spiritual war. And we are guardians. And we're learning more and more about what that means. Guardians. I love you. Much respect. Much respect. Kashima. So happy to see you guys coming in here. Nixo90, Thanos 808. Thank you guys for being members. You guys hear what Tammy just said? That she said that perfectly. This is a part of Aurora. This is part of Guardians. Because some of the information is talking about a very dismal situation, when a lot of us are more resonating with the Aurora concept, and I resonate with that. You know, in my own visions, I've seen those guardians, and they were very blue, man. They were blue. But yeah, man, it's just unbelievable. But that's what Ashana, she would say. She would always say evac. And for a while, I'm like, what the hell is she saying? Evac. Evacuation! There is guardians helping with evacuation, but also realize there's just simply a changing of people, a bifurcation of humans. Some are ascending. It's an actual event. The others are falling. It's an event happening. So people are either awakening you guys, or they're just gonna not be able to handle these energies. They won't be able to handle what they're gonna see. They won't. They can't. They can't. You see, the energy is important. The awakening part is important. It's just such a huge thing happening, you guys. Like the darkness, they have legions, but so do the angels. There's legions of us. And we know, once again from Voyagers, that the Guardians, the Galactic Federation has 10 million star leagues. So that's a lot of different races. Now, we talk about a lot of the ones that we are really involved with the most. Of course, there's many aliens, I'm sure, coming and going, and different guardian groups. And the same with the dark side. You know, they're going to have different dark beings coming through and checking things out and doing some shit. You know, vampires coming and going, hanging out in people's fields, manipulating, causing issues from an energy point of view. So, we got to be disciples, man. We're priests. We're going to cleanse. We're going to purify. We're going to heal. And also bring knowledge. And we're the trailblazers. We're the way shores. It's a path. Kachiwa. My soul. Yeah, now it's 8:10. I won't get lit now. Sorry, guys, but your aura is blush green today? You're going from your heart chakra. Lady Gaga, fake name. She said. Mashiwa. Thank you, guys. Voyager's already getting his feet wet. I'm glad you guys are there, man. So thankful for you guys. Actunify, greetings, Holy One. Keegan. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, this is like a kind of like when we say bifurcation of humans, well, also think of this as a bifurcation of your friends and family lists. It's like you got to get rid of first of all the vampires in your life, demons, fallen angels. You guys, this is rampant on the planet. You want to succeed, right? You want to ascend. You want to keep on raising your energies. Not if you have a vampire pulling you down. A toxic relationship, a narcissist. Goodbye. Dismiss these energies out of your life, these conversations, these relationships. Okay? So, our own thoughts. I mean, there is 12, like, Voyager has pointed out and reminded us, because it's part of the basics. The basics are these 12 principles or characteristics of mastery. And you guys, there's a principle we represent. You know, it's like, I know I'm God, sovereign, free, I'll do whatever the F I want. Okay, hey, once again, that's not our energy, that's not our vibe. Yeah, we do anything we want, that's what I'm saying. But we are following a principle. And it's kind of like, hey, it's easy, right? It's actually easy to be loving and joyous when you set your lifestyle into it. I mean, it's not easy on Earth to always be that way, because you just gonna go to the grocery store, you could see some negative shit, right? You'll just be reminded of what you're trying to avoid. So that's why a lot of us are even thinking about, you know, communities. Some type of out of the grid and self-sufficient community, spiritual community, a place of healing, a place of sacredness, a place of law of one, a place of unity. Okay? Because when we live in these little cramped up neighborhoods and everyone's got to share space, it's there's so much people who don't honor that type of life, who don't bring that to the plate, who are not being guardians in their energies and their, just their lip service to it. So that gets tiring. You want to be around the same vibration. You want guardian vatos. You want to surround yourself with those energies. That's part of our transformation, is going through a personal purge. So we're like, let me get this. Did I already take a shot of the juice? Yeah, I did. I don't need to take another one. But it was a good live. I think we're going to go for a little bit longer, but just realized that we usually stop around 8:30 my time, Mountain Standard Time. But it was been a good live. Wow, even now, huh? People still... Actinify. Whoa, Keith. I'm sorry. I've noticed when I strongly connect, I have nightmares more often. Could you explain why? Well, it could be they're jealous. They don't want you hanging out. When I say jealous, I mean they want you to be not loving and connected. Unless I misunderstood you, but when you strongly connect, I'm just assuming you mean connect to a spiritual path or to your higher self. But thank you so much, Holy One, for helping out Christos Avatar. You guys are awesome. Divine light and energy, yeah. It's all codes, vatos. Like, don't you guys want to be surrounded by love and light codes Wouldn't it be awesome just have that, be surrounded by it all the time? You know, that's why it seems like the only way to do that, because even if we're not even within our own family and friends, is to join some spiritual community like that. I'm interested in making that in Sedona. But there's going to be a few of us making retreats like that, or not, you could call it communities like that, because I think it's needed in this time. Because a lot of people are awakening. Wow, Keith. Thank you so much, Keith. You're awesome. I hope I'm saying your name right. What I mean is, when I am in alignment and high vibration, okay, that's what I thought, I get attacked by people with anger and in sleep. This could be two things, like I said it the first time, but it also could be people reacting to your high vibration. They don't want that high vibration. They're moody, they're grumpy, they're angry. They don't want to change it. They don't like your freaking nice, positive, loving energy. It disturbs them. Hey, what are you doing? If that's what you meant. That's another way. People could be reacting to your new high vibration. I mean, I know some people think we're so ridiculous to always talk about vibration and energy, but that's what it is. And people are feeling vibration. And even if they're not, you know, like that example of yours, you know, they're not feeling it like you are. And some people feed off of you. Some people feed off of light, will feed off of your energy. Your food, you're yummy for them, you know. You got lots of code. But if you're really in light, they can't really stand par to par with you. I mean, you realize your true power, especially when you guys know who you are. Oh, shining light! OMG, sister. I'm gonna see you soon, right? In 2 days? Me and Starman? Thank you, sister. You're awesome. Yes! Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we'll do a quick hike this time, because we both have to get back, but we're still making it work. I used to live out there. I was in Estrella Mountains, and I was hiking with a couple of friends and we're all just teenagers, right? When we loved hiking, we even went to Mount Humphrey, and we got to the top. That's the highest one in Arizona. But anyways, we were in Estrella Mountains. That's part of Phoenix a little bit, and there we found a body. Apparently, we didn't know what to do. We're just teenagers. We went back to town, got some police officers. They took us in their car. We had to show them where the body was. Then they told us to go back. But they put us in the paper. They said 3 Boy Scouts. We weren't Boy Scouts. I think they just mean Boy Scouts, you know. Found this blah, blah, blah. Apparently this guy went out to kill himself. So that was weird. But I'm not sure about superstition. I believe I've been in the Superstition Mountains. Yeah, I used to go. Yeah, there's different mountains around there, I know. You guys, that's what I recommend. Every now and then, go outside the grid for a few days. Hey, if you can go for a week, that'd be awesome. If you want to turn that into a vacation to Peru, go ahead. Something like that. Get out of the grid for a while, and then come back to do your whatever you need to do, right? Rose of the Moon. Machiwa Makaya. Wow, yeah. Masutas. I do say that a lot. Machiwa Makaya. I like how you did that. That's awesome. Thank you, Rose. Allah. I heard the Grand Canyon has a lot of stuff. Not sure if that's good or bad stuff. Well, I heard that one time, you know, this is one of those incidences where it came out in the newspaper, but then it got taken over. And there was some mummies, Egyptian stuff, artifacts in Grand Canyon. How is that possible? Ancient Egyptian shit. So that was found and discovered, but then covered up. Conveniently, what's that society called? There's some society, right, that controls that shit. And they're controlling artifacts, man. They're controlling information, stuff that comes out. Archaeology findings. Christos, do you know anything about Freemasonry? Well, this would be part of the angelic, fallen angelic creeds. Let me put that. Machiwa mananana. Interesting. There are a bunch of okay, I can't see those hashtags, but creates a Luciferian super race, Knights Templar, Sumerian Larsa King, plus Egyptian Osiris, Isis, Horus, Scarab King, plus Egyptian Medianite Hyksos King, plus Indian Centaur King, Anunnaki Melchizedek Anunnaki, plus Celtic Druid, Atlantean Grail King, that was done from forced interbreeding, ancestors of contemporary Freemasons. That was part of the Knights Templar back in 7500 BC. What I love about that is you get to learn our real history. And this is connected to the Marduk Luciferian Anunnakis. You know, the raiders. They were raiders. The Knights Templars were not good. They have associations with the Luciferian Covenant and with the Pleiadian Semyasis. Remember, those are another fallen angels, you guys. I don't know if I showed you the whole list, but there's Marduk, Enlil, Enki, and Pleiadian Semyasi. These are fallen angels that visited Billy Myers. Chicas Masul. They have what you call these beautiful blonde people. Like the females are very, very lovely. So people say the same thing about Nordics or something. And something about Toth Inki. Oh, they're referencing the Hyksos King's Anunnaki Master Raider race. And these beings were raiding, like, these beings usually raid the Indigo's tribes. There's wars between the dark. You just mentioned, look what your question opened up. Those are opposing and attacking any type of affiliations. Like, for example, this Toth Inki Anunnaki, they're infiltrated the raiding of Brua. That's the Florida Seminole Native American Magi tribes. The Nohasa, which is part of the Bermuda Island Magi tribes. Okay, Lohas, which is Druidic and Celtic Magi tribes. And that's in Atlantis. And don't forget about Sumeria, Egypt, Giza, and Saqqara, which is part of Egypt. And those Ceres Magi tribes. And when I call you guys Indigo children, Magi King, Priest King, You're seeing why. While the dark illuminated ones are coming in like the Knights Templar, okay, this is all fallen angelic. This is all related. This is the same thing that's going on in modern 2023. You have politicians instead of kings and queens. You know, you have presidents and dictators and shit. Well, it's happening in these periods. What was the other race? Let me check. The Mardic ones. They were raiding the Magi, the Druidic Magi lines of Nohasa Atlantis, and Scandinavian, and England, Ireland, Scotland. Okay, these beings were part of these. This is kind of like some of the stuff that Ashana was saying that is dangerous for her, because you know, she's calling these people out. And the races, well, it's not her, it's not about Ashana, it's about the guardian material telling us this. And so we're finding this out ourselves, and then it's like, dang, man, you look at our history, or what we've been told is our history, and now you get a whole different point of view and explanation. Machiwa. So, sorry that went off on a tangent, but it's not really a tangent. It's part of the convo of the fallen angelics. Excuse me. Do I recommend any literature I could grab in book form? Well, I'm just a big fan of guardian material. That's my camera's battery, so let me show the diagram. I'll get back to your question. I just have this battery issue. Yeah, where was it? Blondes. The Bellicudmium. It's a alien race that looks like us because it's part us and part reptile and makes a beautiful looking blonde. They're supposed to be very lovely. And there's some mermaid ones. Hello, reptilian, aquatic human. Aquatic part, notice the aquatic part. Pretty, perfect humans. They want them, they were created to be. They're Luciferian, Vato. Run, Billy. What's up? Alright. This battery is fully charged, so it should be no problem. It's not like we're gonna need it, but right now, but it's been an interesting convoy, guys. But we'll have to probably do a part 2. It's 8:30, so I just want to wrap it up, and I just want to say I'm truly grateful for you guys' time. I thank you for being here. Thank you so much, you guys. You're awesome. You're my family. Come on. You kidding me? Hell yeah. Now, we don't talk about the dark beings all the time, okay? So, but it's always important to know, you guys, that that's a real thing. That's what the ascension's about, and it's being slowed down by these beings. At least they're trying to. You notice they're successful. They're getting a lot of humans, right? But there's some of us, whatever, as much as they've done, we still have managed to awaken. We're still managing, you guys, to ascend. Be evac, or like Tammy listed very, point by point. There's assistance, and we're not alone. Okay, we are blessed. We are representing the Guardian Alliance. We're representing God. We're representing Christ in a different point of view than religion. And we have a different creeds than the religions, as you can see. We don't judge these religions or people who judge us. We're the ones. This is the part that makes it not always so fun to be here. It makes it not easy to be here sometimes. Is that we have to still love those who hate us, judge us. So naturally too, not an act. It's hard. But anyways, what it's about is an awakening within yourself, awakening within each other, and that is raising the rest of the planet's vibration. We're part of Earth's ascension. We're part of our ascension and humanity's ascension. Thank you guys for being here. Come back. Thank you guys who supported Christos Avatar, who are members. Did you guys know you could push the join? There's a join button. Or join on Patreon too. And there's a community if you want to join it. Or not. And just thanks, you guys are the producers of the show. Thank you for helping out. And all the memberships that have been gifted out too. You guys are champions. Some of you guys are leaders, man. And I know it seems like way out there, but in our lifetime, we're gonna see the guardians, man. We're gonna see them in the flesh. We're gonna walk with them. They're gonna walk with us. Hello, we are walking with us. We are here. What's up? Yeah. Blessed be. Blessed are you guys. Keep shining your light out there. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But keep shining your light. Don't be grumpy. Don't be negative. Don't allow them to drag you down. No way. Come on. You got this. You got this. We got this, you guys. We're cheering each other on. Yeah. Come on. Victory. Victory. Peace. See you on a flip-flop. Patos. Oh, my blue tongue. Welcome to the Blue P Club. Yeehaw, baby. Thank you, Shannon Light. Great live, Patos. Hit the like button. Smash the like button, man. Come back, you guys. I'm sending out videos every day. They're quickies, so you can just get a burst of light code. What's up? Let's keep learning. Priest up. Start practicing technique. You're getting some codes. You're getting resources. It doesn't stop at the live. You guys got more study. What's up? Training Jedi. Yeah. Namaste. Namaste.